cinnamon raisin bread. So delicious. Oh, it smells wonderful. And you're gonna have this smelling beautifully in your kitchen too. Okay, it's a really pretty easy bread dough. With bread, it's more about the way the dough feels, and it's the ingredients too. But the ingredients can be fiddled with a little bit, but the texture of it, that's the important thing. So we're going to start with 12 cups of flour and 2 tablespoons of yeast. That's going to make this dough rise a little quicker so you can have this bread a little faster. This is a 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/2 cup of potato flakes, and I love what potato flakes does to bread. It just holds it together better and it makes it a little moister. A tablespoon of salt, and give that a little mix like that. 4½ cups of warm water, and that's really important so that your yeast, it will rise without it being warm, but it goes faster that way. You don't want it hot because that will bring out the yeasty taste of the yeast. Just warm is just perfect. 3 eggs, and you're going to want to break up the yolks a little bit. Otherwise, it seems like with the low speed that it kneads on, they have a hard time breaking up if you don't break them up first. And 6 tablespoons of butter. And of course, butter makes everything taste so fabulous. So, well, you should use a spatula, but oh well. Okay. So, I'm going to set this, and we're going to knead it for a good 5 minutes. And you can always adjust the water and the flour a little bit if you need to, so it gets to be a nice, soft, smooth, elastic dough. And so we're just going to pretend like this is kneaded for 5 minutes. Then we would maybe even, like sometimes it even helps to brush a little oil on top of the bread dough for when it rises so that it stays nice and moist. Cover it with a damp cloth, and this dough will only need to rise for a ½ an hour. So this is mixing up really good. We're just going to let that sit. So you can see this is what you want your dough to look like. It's a beautiful, it's soft, elastic, smooth, it's just lovely. So for the cinnamon bread, raisins taste great in bread, but you know, if you've ever burnt a raisin, you know that's not something you ever want to do to a raisin. So what you want to do is put them all on the inside. So roll this out. So it doesn't really matter the shape really, because you can kind of readjust the shape when you put it in the pan. And you're going to brush it with butter. And this is just soft butter, but you could use melted butter. This actually was melted, but it's a cold day, so it got kind of a little hardened up again, but it doesn't really matter. It's nice and soft. And then a good sprinkling of cinnamon sugar. And cinnamon sugar is just like however you like it. I like mine with a lot of cinnamon. And I just like a lot. I'm going to really put that on a good amount. Like that. And this time I'm going to use golden raisins. You can use whatever color raisins you want. But I just got some golden raisins, and so I thought I'd use this. And just kind of sprinkle them out kind of evenly. Then you're going to roll it up. And when you roll it up, you want to make sure you don't get like air holes in it, because it's so nice to be able to okay, I should have put a little more, usually I put shortening out on the counter, so it's a little bit stickier, but it's okay. It'll still be pretty. And then we're just going to bring the ends in and make a nice fat loaf. And I love these pans. They're stainless steel pans. They're my favorite. They don't stick. So there's a little oil, and I'm just going to drop it in, and then I'm going to turn it. So it will rise and it'll be, you know, nice and moist. Okay, there we go. So just let this rise for another half an hour. You're going to bake at 350 for 35 minutes. And then it's going to come out of the oven all gorgeous. You can put a little butter on it to give it a nice bloom, and then you get to eat it.